What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm showing you my entire Keanu Reeves movie collection. Now, I've been watching Keanu Reeves in film for a very long time now, but I first fell in love with him when I saw him on a bus with Sandra Bullock in 1994 in the film Speed. That is where he really showcased his skills as an action star, and also I completely fell in love with him. He was just so adorable, and I'm sure I'm not alone when I make that statement. But Keanu Reeves, throughout his entire career, he really is known as an action star because of Speed. There's also Point Break, the John Wick franchise, and of course the Matrix films. But there's also another side to Keanu Reeves. I've heard that he is one of the nicest guys ever. He is extremely generous and giving when he works on his movie sets, and he likes to send gifts to people. And also, you don't hear any garbage about Keanu Reeves. And that's what's just so fantastic about him, is that he just seems like he is the real deal. So now I'm going to show you every single movie I own in my collection with Keanu Reeves, going in order of his filmography. Starting off with an underrated sports movie from 1986, we have the Blu-ray of Youngblood from Kino Lorber. And the reason why I say it's underrated is because this is actually a really good movie that I recently discovered because Kino sent it over, and thank goodness that they did. Otherwise, I would not have known about this film. We have Rob Lowe, Patrick Swayze, and of course also Keanu Reeves. Now, Keanu Reeves does not have a huge part in this film, very much in the background. He's one of the hockey players. He does have, I think, a couple of lines of dialogue, but he's not really in the film all that much. Just to let you know, if you were thinking he was a prominent character, he is not. Very much in the background. All right, now we have next in my collection, Babes in Toyland. I can't really say much about this movie because I still have not watched this film yet, but we have Keanu over here and Drew Barrymore. Next up is Dangerous Liaisons. This is the film that inspired Cruel Intentions. I actually really enjoy this movie. We have Glenn Close. She is just so deliciously evil in this movie. She's so fantastic. Everyone's at the top of their game in this film. Glenn Close, John Malkovich, Michelle Pfeiffer, Uma Thurman is also in the film, and Keanu Reeves. He looks like such a baby face. He's so young in this movie. Look, there's the still of him from the film. Look at how young he looks. He is so adorable. But I mean, talk about kind of intimidating, going up against acting giants like John Malkovich and Glenn Close, and then you have Keanu Reeves. I can't even imagine what he was thinking while making this film. Probably very overwhelmed, because I know I would be. But he only has like a few bit parts in the film. He's not really throughout the entire movie. I believe my memory is correct with that one. But he's like the love interest of Uma Thurman's character. Now we move on to, I guess this is like the franchise that put him on the map. Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and also their Bogus Journey. These are okay movies. They are pure idiotic fun. That is the best definition of this franchise, because we also have the third movie as well. But you know what? These are just fun movies. There really is no other adjective that you can use to describe these films. They're just plain idiotic fun. And Keanu Reeves, you know what? He's great. He's great in the films. He's entertaining. And the fact that after all of these years, he came back and actually participated in a third film really says a lot about his character and who he is. Just because he got uber famous does not mean he forgot where he came from, and you have to admire that. I probably should have said that when I held up the third movie, but that's okay. Let's just move on. All right, next up is Parenthood. If you've not seen Parenthood, you really need to. It's a fantastic ensemble movie. You have Steve Martin. You have Rick Moranis in this film. Obviously, Keanu Reeves is in here. He plays the boyfriend of Martha Plimpton's character. Diane Wiest is in the film. Also a very young Joaquin Phoenix. And that's before his name was Joaquin, because I believe he was credited as Leaf Phoenix. At one point, he did change his name over. I'm not really sure about all that history. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But he was under a different name. But a very, very young Joaquin Phoenix in the film as well. So this is just a great, realistic movie about being a part of a larger family, your extended family, those dynamics and things like that. When did this come out? 1989. So we're right on the cusp of, getting out of the 80s, going into the 90s. This is a great movie. Absolutely love it. Great, great, great. Another great ensemble is I Love You to Death. I just rewatched this movie not too long ago. This is such a great film as well. You have Kevin Kline, who's kind of like, he's Italian. He's not kind of. He is Italian in the movie, but he's kind of like a womanizer. He's constantly cheating on his wife, played by Tracey Ullman. And so his wife is fed up with everything, and she decides to get rid of him, shall we say. And she needs assistance in doing that. And so that's where Keanu Reeves' character comes in as like one of the hitmen to kind of take out her husband. William Hurt is also in the movie. You have River Phoenix. I mean, this is a great cast. Joan Plowright plays Tracey Ullman's mom. That was great casting because they look so much alike in this movie. It's absolutely ridiculous. But another great ensemble piece is I Love You to Death. All right, so now we're getting to a movie where it's kind of putting Keanu more on the map. You know what I'm saying? Because he's kind of still like floating around Hollywood, with all these movies. But with this next film, it kind of takes his career to the next level. And I'm talking about Point Break. Point Break, Patrick Swayze, yet again. We have, bank robbers and crime. And this is an awesome movie as well. Keanu Reeves is obviously, with, what exactly department is he? I don't know, but he's undercover. He's undercover, and he infiltrates into Patrick Swayze's crime group because, they're trying to figure out who is pulling off these bank robberies. And so Keanu infiltrates in there. He starts dating Lori Petty's character, and it's so good. Point Break is awesome. Really, really awesome. Great looking steelbook as well. All right. So Keanu Reeves reunited with River Phoenix for our next movie. It is My Own Private Idaho. This is the Criterion, I believe just a Blu-ray. This does not have a 4K yet. Yeah, regular Blu-ray. This movie was just okay. This is one of the Criterions that I need to rewatch because the first time I rewatched it, pay attention, Susan. The first time I watched the film, I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but I kept it in my pile because I do want to rewatch it. I want to give it another chance. I want to like the movie because, it's Keanu and it's River Phoenix. They're great. So I need to give it another chance. I will give it another chance. All right, next up. This next movie, I'm not the biggest fan of Keanu's performance in this film. I do have to be honest. It is Bram Stoker's Dracula. I'm not sure if Keanu Reeves was the best choice for this character. I'd have to watch it again. I've seen the movie a couple of times already, but it seems like every time I watch it, it's like, one of those things is not like the other. It's like Keanu just like sticks out in this movie just a little bit. So I don't think he was the right choice for the character that he does play, but I'm a vampire movie fan, so obviously I have to have this in my collection. So this is not going anywhere. It's not like I'm getting rid of Dracula. That is not occurring. That's not happening. All right, now we come to the movie where I fell in love with Keanu. Of course, it is Speed. I already mentioned that. These two together, they're just so great. And I know they reunited on screen for The Lake House, but why have they not worked together since? They really need to. And I think there is something in the works. I thought I heard that or read that somewhere, that these two are reuniting for a third movie. Something completely different. We're not doing like Speed 3 or anything like that. That's like that's done and over with. I wish it was Speed 2. It probably would have performed a lot better with Keanu, just saying. But I heard they are reuniting for a completely different project, and I really hope that is the case because I love them in this movie together. It's one of the best things about the film. You know, besides the action and the bus and all that good stuff. You got to have a little bit of chemistry and romance in there. All right, the next film I have not seen yet, but it was sent over to me. Johnny Mnemonic. Ooh, and my picture is kind of being affected by the DVD. But we have Keanu and Dolph Lundgren in that movie. The next movie I also have not seen, but I picked it up, I believe, for Keanu Reeves. That's the reason why I picked it up. The last time I committed suicide. Another one of the, ensemble cast. Thomas Jane, Keanu Reeves, Adrian Brody is in here. I didn't even realize that when I picked it up. Claire Forlani, Mark Helgenberger, and also Gretchen Mol. So we'll see how that one is when I get to it. All right. Here we go. Here's The Matrix, all three. I don't have the fourth movie. I heard I don't need to, so that's fine. So I picked up the 3-film collection on Blu-ray like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I still haven't watched these movies. Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me. Yeah, I still have not seen The Matrix. It seems intimidating to watch these movies because I feel like I am going to be so lost. I feel like I'm not going to understand anything of what is going on at all. I feel like, when the first movie starts, I'm going to, watching it, I'm going to say to myself, you know what, Susan, you're going to concentrate and you're going to understand this. And that's going to go out the window in the first like 10 or 15 minutes of the film. And I'm going to be completely lost. And I'm not going to know anything. But eventually I will watch the Matrix trilogy. And we'll see if I get to the fourth movie. I probably won't. Let's be honest. It'll be a lot for me to watch those three. Trust me. All right, now we've got The Watcher. This one was completely different because we have Keanu Reeves as a bad guy. He's a serial killer in this movie. And that's the reason why I wanted it, because I wanted to see Keanu portray someone completely different on screen. It could have been a little bit better, I will say that, but I did like seeing Keanu play bad, and James Spader is also in the film as well. We got Marissa Tomei in there too. All right, the next movie was sent over by a subscriber. We've got The Gift. I'm looking forward to watching this one. Again, another seems like a great ensemble. Cate Blanchett, Katie Holmes, Keanu, Giovanni Ribisi, Greg Kinnear, and Hilary Swank. So I know this movie, I believe it came out with a 4K recently, if I'm remembering, or maybe it's going to. I don't know. I know there's like a 4K situation with The Gift, but you know what? At least I have a DVD copy. I got a DVD copy to hold me over until I can pick up that 4K in the future. Now we have Hardball. Haven't seen this yet. Have not seen it. Picked it up on blu-ray.com and it was like $5 or $6. I'm like, hey, more Keanu for my collection? Absolutely. And I just randomly picked it up, but I still haven't watched it. So we have Keanu and Diane Lane. Looks like we got a baseball movie there, obviously. All right, so this is a brand new 4K from Warner Brothers. The 4K transfer of this film looks fantastic. It is Constantine. When I watched this movie on 4K, again, a little confusing, just a little bit. Had to focus in and, really pay attention, but I got through it. It's definitely a movie I have to revisit. And apparently we're getting a sequel, Constantine 2. So I don't know. I don't know when that's coming out, but they're working on it. So we will see. We'll see what happens with that one. All right, another DVD. We have A Scanner Darkly. I picked this up because Winona Ryder is in this movie. Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves work together often. I feel like they've done like 4 or 5 movies together, and this is one of them apparently. Also, bonus, Robert Downey Jr. is also in the film as well, so that like checks off a lot of boxes for me as far as actor movie collections. And Woody Harrelson is in here as well, so that is great. We got that one. 47 Ronin. I will always have the memory of my very first Blu-ray hunting trip with Durant Cinema with this steelbook, because I picked up 47 Ronin during that trip. It was just Dave and I going to Best Buy, the good old days, going into Best Buy, and we were just, running around the store Blu-ray hunting. I was so excited to meet him. It was such a great fun time together. And so 47 Ronin will always be like a special memory for me because of that Blu-ray hunting experience with Dave. And guess what? I still haven't watched the movie. I still haven't watched this movie, and that was like 5 years ago that we went Blu-ray hunting together for the first time. So I really got to get on it. I got to have like a Keanu watching month and just knock out all of these, because it is kind of ridiculous. I will say it's a little ridiculous. All right. Now we have Knock Knock. Knock Knock with Keanu and Ana de Armas very early on in her career. And I have not seen this one either, but I recently picked this one up. This was like one of my last pickups before the buying freeze. So I'm looking forward to watching this one. I heard great things about it, so that's all I can say. That's all I can say. Looking forward to it in the future. All right, another Keanu Reeves and Winona Ryder movie, Destination Wedding. This one actually looks kind of cute. I'm looking forward to watching this one because I haven't seen this one yet, but I think they're both like they're on their way to a wedding, and I think they randomly meet on a train or something. I don't know. It just seems like a cute concept. So this one should be fun. Like a little different for Keanu, like more of like a romance movie. So I want to see different sides to him. So I'm looking forward to that one. All right. Keanu has made his way into voiceover work with Toy Story 4. He is, what's his name? Oh, what is his name in the movie? I forget. But there he is. There's his character in Toy Story 4. But I can't remember his name for the life of me. Comment down below if you remember his name. I'm going to have to Google it now. But there we go. Toy Story 4. I mean, not much to say about it. I enjoyed the movie for what it was. I did. I enjoyed it. I know some people did not really care for Toy Story 4, but I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I like all the Toy Story movies. I mean, they're just fun. That's like an example of animation that like I find entertaining and that I will watch over and over again. All right. The third Bill and Ted movie, Bill and Ted Face the Music. Again, so awesome that Keanu Reeves went back to his roots to make this third film. He did not have to. He did not have to. He is so famous, so successful. He certainly does not need the money for him to do this movie. But he just wanted to make a third film with what's his name? Alex Winter. I forgot his name. With Alex Winter. And I think that's just so awesome. And I also think it's awesome that Alex Winter came back as well. So it's just great. Absolutely great. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say about Bill and Ted Face the Music. Eventually I will watch like all 3 of them, just have like a little movie marathon of the Bill and Ted movies. All right, now we have one of his most recent, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. He is the voice of Shadow in the movie, and I recently watched the 4K and really, really enjoyed it. I love all the Sonic films. They're great fun, very entertaining, and I'm happy that Keanu is now a part of the Sonic franchise as well. Hopefully, he's going to return in the future for more Sonic movies. I think they're headed in that direction, and that is awesome. So now I'm sure you noticed one major franchise was missing, and considering I was going in order, you were probably wondering, well, where is John Wick? I saved the John Wick films for last because I have multiple copies of John Wick. So I decided to just shove everything John Wick for the very end of the video. All right, so now let's show off the John Wick collection. What do I have for John Wick? Well, first of all, I have this very nice Blu-ray collection set of all 4 movies. Lionsgate actually sent this set over to me, and it's pretty awesome because you have these cards that you can like interchange that I pulled out the front. There we go. I still have it in the plastic. I have not taken the plastic off yet because I'm actually fine with the colorful Keanu in the front of the Blu-ray collection. It just goes in like that. There we go. See? Boop. So I'm fine with it looking like this, but this is an awesome Blu-ray collection set for the John Wick franchise. This is still available. I believe this is at my local Walmart. I mean, if not, it was there recently. But you can find this. You can find this if you guys are interested. So there's that one. Now we have the steelbooks for John Wick. So the original film, John Wick, regular Blu-ray steelbook. This actually I received from Slayer Reviews. So Evander, I have not forgotten that you sent this steelbook my way. In case he's watching, I have no idea. But we have the first John Wick Blu-ray steelbook. There we go. I love the back. I mean, hello. He looks fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And then we have John Wick Chapter 2. Here we go. Again, another Blu-ray steelbook. So the third John Wick Blu-ray steelbook that I have, I've said this before, but it does hold a special memory for me because I believe this is the second steelbook I ever picked up from my collection. It is John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum. This was a Target. Remember Target, guys? It was a Target exclusive back in the day. Regular Blu-ray steelbook. And you've got the dog. The cute dog on the... That's what sold me. I love the dog. So I had to pick it up. There we go. Of course, looking, again, so amazing. So amazing on the cover. For John Wick Chapter 4, Best Buy and Walmart really stepped up the cover artwork game for both of these because here is the Blu-ray. This was the Walmart exclusive for the Blu-ray steelbook for John Wick Chapter 4. Look at this. I mean, look at the difference, okay? Target, Walmart. I mean, that's so much better. Nothing against Target, but you know what? You guys don't sell physical media anymore, so the win goes to Walmart. Look at this. Incredible. Look at that. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. This is the reason why you collect steelbooks, people. There we go. So the Blu-ray steelbook, the Walmart exclusive steelbook for John Wick Chapter 4. And then let's get to the Best Buy exclusive 4K steelbook for John Wick Chapter 4. There we go. Nice black and red combo. Love it. That's nice. I like it because it looks like a comic book a little bit, you know, like hand-drawn, comic book looky, you know what I'm saying? Comic booky looky, I don't know. However you want to say it. I like it. And then on top of that, as if that's not enough John Wick that I have in my collection, on top of that, Lionsgate, this was when I just started working with studios around this time, and Lionsgate was the very first studio that I started working with for review copies. And so Lionsgate sent over the regular 4K for John Wick Chapter 4. So I have like 3 copies of John Wick Chapter 4. I'm good. I'm totally good. There we go. Nice slipcover. But then, of course, we can't stop there. You are not a fan of the John Wick franchise if you do not have the book. You need to have the book. If you are a fan of the franchise, this was a Best Buy pickup. The first 3 John Wick films all on 4K. 4K steelbook, actually. So when you open it, it actually opens like a book. You have paper, you have, you know, things written down. There's like a table of contents. Like, this thing's very detailed. But then you have the first 3 movies with 4K steelbooks. So there's chapter 1. Very quickly, I'll show you this if I can. There's chapter 2. And of course, we've got chapter 3. And then we got something really nice in here. We have like postcards. So him and his movie wife that passed away. And of course, him and Daisy. Daisy, the dog that started it all. Okay, this dog started this franchise. So she's very important to be included in the book. Absolutely love the book. Let me quickly put this together and then we will close out the video, people. So there we go. If you've not yet picked up your John Wick book, do so. Do so now if you can, if it is available. So that is everything. That is my complete, entire Keanu Reeves movie collection. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Comment down below and let me know which Keanu Reeves movie is your absolute favorite. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you next time.